So today I'm so excited. I have my business partner, Georgia, here with me. Hi, Georgia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me.
No problem. I love getting to know and communicating with other online business owners. It's fun.
It is a lot of fun. I have like set questions that I ask, but I think today I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I'm really inspired by your story. I know that you're a mom of 5 young kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you also just recently decide to homeschool
Yeah, it's a private online school. So I don't
them?
know, if you watched the mastermind with Kara, she talked about Galileo,
Yeah.
and I was so intrigued with the whole her whole presentation because to anybody who doesn't know Kara, she's an online business owner, and she's traveling the world. She's homeschooling her children, or well, she just do whatever she wants. And a couple of days beforehand, I wrote like an affirmation down. Now it's like I'm gonna travel the world, and I even posted it. Grateful for traveling the world and to have more time on my hands as an online business owner, and I want to because we was traveling a little bit before, but obviously the pandemic hit, and so then it was like when she talked about the school, and then the pandemic was still here, and I was like, you know what? It's not that I'm afraid of the pandemic because I felt like we had the virus. Honestly, there wasn't testing here in Kamloops where I'm from, but I just wanted my children close with me. I felt like 8 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day away from mommy. Even though they're my big kids, one's a teenager, one's a preteen, and then my 3 little ones are home. But I felt like why am I doing an online business, and why am I not wanting to go to a 9 to 5 and, working towards having more time and following my dreams and goals? But why am I letting my children, not anybody against anybody who has their children in school, God bless you all, I totally understand, but why am I not letting my children follow their dreams? One is a complete artist, and she reminds me of myself. She's like free spirited, a hippie, loves the guitar, loves the arts. Had a hard time following the curriculum in school, and just you know um, you know bumped heads with her teachers at times. She had one teacher that understood her, but the rest didn't understand her, and I understand her. I know that she has a gift, and I know that the curriculum is not always best for each child. Everybody learns differently, and then my son, he wants to be in sports, and he loves the computers, he loves gaming, he loves this, and so all of these things that the school is teaching them, it's like free spirited. What do you want to do? They personalize their schedule and their calendar to them, so they only have like 3 hours a day on there, and the rest is scheduling to fit in. What is your hobbies? Do you want to be a movie maker? Do you want to learn Japanese? My daughter's learning Japanese and Spanish, and she's in a music class, and they're doing math too. She loves math, so she's doing other sources of math. My son, he's doing, yeah, so they're following their dreams, and I felt that instinct. Why am I following my dreams and my children are not following their dreams? Why am I not seeing them every day? They come home just like work.
Right.
They come home at 3 o'clock and they leave real early, and I don't even see them when they leave. They leave so early that they're big enough. They fix themselves breakfast. They leave. They come home. They have snacks and then dinner, and then get ready for bed and clean up. And it's like, what's going on here? This is exactly what I'm trying to,
Yeah.
do myself. So yes, but I totally understand. Schools.
And that's awesome that this business has given you that option to be able to homeschool them. But I'm really fascinated. I mean, 5 kids, that's a lot of work. It's a job in and of itself trying to raise 5 kids, right? And, then also having them home for school. And on top of that, being able to run your digital business as well. So I just find that really fascinating. So maybe you can just share a little bit about your background before you decided to work online, and what made you to finally decide to take that leap of faith and start working online.
A little bit about background is my kids are really loud. They're on their classes. I don't know why they're deciding to do classes right now. They're cracking up and they're on their online classes. This is what they do. They're having a whole bunch of fun. Guys, I'm on alive. So I was a very successful brick and mortar business owner. I used to pretty much life coach, help people spiritually, and I was like smack down to Toronto, Ontario. So it was busy. I had a very, very busy lifestyle. I was constantly on the go. I had, I went from trade show to bridal show, everywhere, Comic-Con, you name it, I was everywhere. And I got myself out there and I had a drive, but at the end of the day, my back hurt. At the end of the day, my kids were being taken care of by a nanny, and it was spending $90 a day and getting fancy takeout. Yes, at the end of the day, you can buy whatever you want, do whatever you want, but there's no time.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no time for whatever you want to do, and there's not even time for your mind to relax. And I began to have anxiety. I began to worry all the time. My mother passed away. My father was sick. I went through a lot. I was very young and very driven, but I went through a lot, and the stress was getting to me. So, and I went through a marriage, and I just decided I need to change. Like, I felt like God was pushing me. You need to change, leave, do what you need to do. So I left. I just left everything behind in Toronto. My very successful business. I had family there, and everybody was like connected to who I was married to. So I was like, you know what, it's time for a change. Let me just get myself out of this situation and come here to Kamloops, BC. So I came here to Kamloops, BC, and because I lived here when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. The mountains, the beauty, the people. They're so friendly. Like, I love Toronto, but there's something very peaceful about here. And I wanted my kids to have a better life. I brought my business here on a smaller scale, but it did not succeed the way I wanted it to succeed. And I was just making ends meet, not even, pretty much paying the overhead of the office and the business, and just having a bit of food, like food money, pretty much. And that was really it. So I remarried, and I was expecting, and I was really ill, and I just felt like, I can't run the business. So I had to let the business go. I couldn't even run the business. If I had the online business then, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
So long story short, he was like pretty much the sole provider. Like, I had savings and stuff, and I was still, providing for our family. But he pretty much was the sole provider, because he was trying to find work and stuff. So we went and we moved away to Langley for a little bit. Surrey Langley border we fell on, and he took courses for real estate, and things didn't really work out. We came back to Kamloops, and he started a few jobs here, there, jobs, and then finally he thought he'd found his dream job. So, but it really, he still wasn't making ends meet, and working all the time. So by this time, like, say 5 years later, after I moved from Kamloops, 5-6 years later, we had 3 little ones. I had now she's 5, and then almost 4-year-old twins. So the twins were a big surprise.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, wow, I'm never going to be able to work, never going to be able to help, never going to be able to contribute. 1 second. Sorry, my son, he wants water from upstairs.
Oh, no worries.
So that's when I denied 2 jobs. I was offered 2 jobs, and I was like, no, I can't, because my kids are going to be cared for by others. I can't have them cared for by others again. And there's 5 kids now. Yeah. That's going to take away everything that I'm going to make. It's just going to be stupid.
Too, right? Like, when you have 5 kids and they all have to be cared for, that's a lot of money that you're working just, put them through daycare, right?
Yeah. Exactly. It's not going to make sense. Number one, I'm a health freak. I want my kids to be cooked for properly. I want them to be cared for properly. And I just had bad experience. I think it was one of me that just, she hurt my daughter's arm in Toronto. So I just had bad experiences. Not everybody. I had wonderful nannies. But long story short, I was just scrolling around one day online because I was trying to help my husband get more out there with his sales because he was the sales associate. So I was just trying to help him see if I could do anything in marketplace online, but wasn't really getting me much. You know, I was trying to make him known, make his presence. So then I came across this opportunity, just scrolling around on social media, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna see what it's all about. And I didn't really. I'm the type of person that would like scroll by these opportunities or anything online because I felt like I couldn't do it. I felt like I don't have the skills and everything. It's too markety. It's too how can I put it? It's too commercial. It's too
right? Like
yeah, kind of
salesperson.
Yeah, like something like, okay, this is a big, huge company. This ain't gonna help me. That's what I always felt. But then when I seen someone talking about it, I knew that person. Now, I know many of you won't know the people who you might see this opportunity about this online business, but because I knew that person, and I was like, okay, if he's talking about this, I'm gonna take a look just because I know him and because I trust him. I'm gonna take a look, which I'm grateful. Like God did it purposely, on purpose. He's like, I'm gonna make sure you see this opportunity with someone you know because I know you. Otherwise, you're probably gonna look at buying and you're not even gonna pay attention. So watch what I'm gonna do for your child because he knew I wanted something. So I know God works in mysterious ways. I'm a big believer. And I checked out the workshop. I was told about the workshop, so I checked it out. And that's what changed my life forever. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe how much people were making. I couldn't believe the slides that's on the workshop, everything that you're going to be receiving, the website built for you, the system that's going to run 24/7, even while you're sleeping. You don't have to put hours and hours and hours into the business. Everything's pretty much set up. So you're just going to run the business. That's the whole thing. You're running this business. And obviously, the more business is running, the more successful it's become. This number one online business in the world. And I liked it because I was going to be my own business owner, but yet I was going to have a mentor, I was going to have a coach. I didn't have to be tech savvy because I wasn't. I tried to bring my business to the online world before, like my brick and mortar business. It cost too much money. They wanted thousands and thousands of dollars. I didn't trust. I didn't know what they was going to build for me. I didn't know what kind of websites. And I would have to pay on a regular basis. And I was like, okay, I don't really know about the online world. So how do I know this is going to work? How do I know? So, I don't have experts that already did my business and knows how to help me to target the people that I need to target on Google or on here, on there. So with this business, it's like, this business is a already proven system. And it's not any other business. It's not that I came into here, what a business. It's everything is set up for you. Everything, even the products behind the business plan, everything's set for you. You don't have to do any sales. You don't have to hold products. You don't have to ship products. So I was like, wow, this is good, because that was the main thing. Is like, it's a proven business. It's a proven system. It's already set up. It's already been out. That time it was only out for 2 years. Now it's been out since 4 years. So, yeah. So that's where my story went. And sorry, it's been long.
No, that's okay. I'm like I said, I'm really inspired by your story. So, you know, like you said, you have 5 kids. It's a big job. So how do you find the time to do this business, being a full-time mom to them?
Well, sometimes I stay up late, honestly, but throughout the day I make time. Like for instance, if the kids are sitting and watching TV, I'll check in on my business real quick. Like, this is an example. This is how yesterday went. I wake up and the first thing I do is I just check on my business really quick, like give it 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm still in bed. Sometimes I'm on my computer chair, where my desk is in my room. So I have a desk in my room and I have a desk in the living room. So I go everywhere with this, because it's mobile. It's on my phone constantly. So I'll check in on my business and I'll get the kids ready for breakfast and stuff. And and then after breakfast we work out. That's one routine that I've been brought back. We work out with the kids, and then after that I just get ready, and I might spend about an hour on my business. I put my little guy to bed. My little guy's crazy. He's one of the twins. He's Geo. He has crazy wild hair. He's a little rock star. He's a little headbanger. He loves wearing no shirts, and he loves listening to Nirvana and Sakura. So Geo and Sky are almost 4. Their birthday is actually tomorrow. One's birthday's tomorrow.
Happy early birthday to them. Oh.
Yeah, God bless you. And so then Sky and Violet might watch a cartoon, or I'll put them to color, or I'll put her to do some pluses, and then I'll work on the business for an hour or so. And then throughout the day, it's just getting dinner ready. My big kids are a big help. I love my big kids so much. My Meadow Rosie, I call her because her middle name's Rose. She does everything. She's such a good girl. She just all of a sudden starts to cook something, and all of a sudden has a real good dessert for us. Or like having her home from school, like it's just, she's doing things she loves. And she thinks she's like a second mother to the kids too. She loves the kids. So when you're an example for your kids, when you actually have them in your life and you're not at work all day and your kids are not at school all day, they gain such good influences from you. She influenced me to start working out again. She was working out every morning. She reads her scriptures every day. She does not go to sleep until she reads her scriptures, and she does not start her day until she reads her scriptures in the morning. She exercises in the morning. She comes and she drinks lemon water in the morning. Warm
Good for her.
I know. And she comes up with these recipes, and she's cooking. She's telling the kids, don't do that. And she's just like, she's owning herself house. And I love her. She has the most wonderful presence. And then and my son, who plays with the kids here and there, and they're just, it's a very good energy. Since even, God forbid, I don't wish this COVID upon the world again. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I feel so sad about all the people who have lost loved ones and the people who are sick. I pray for them for healing, and for those who are mourning. I pray for comfort upon you guys. But since COVID started, my family has become more closer. My family has become more spiritual. Our business has been succeeding because everyone's on the online world, and also people are searching for something to do in the business. And I've been helping business partners, and we've been working together and getting people going as a coach and mentor in this business. So since the COVID started, my kids, they kind of calmed down, and they kind of had a little anxiety before. There was always on the go. And I look at them, I'm like, these kids are going through what I used to go through in work.
Yeah.
This is what the world is preparing us. If you look at what the school is preparing you for, it's not, and I'm not going to knock the curriculum, but I'm just saying the system. School is preparing our kids to get up early, to go to a 9 to 5, and to be overworked and underpaid a lot of times, and to be stressed that there's deadlines, that they have to do something for others. They're not told about businesses. They're not told about becoming an entrepreneur. They're not told about how you can build your presence and brand yourself. They're not told.
Manage money, for example. They're not taught those things, right?
Money, yeah, that's what I would say.
Budget, how to manage your money. They're basically, like you said, taught to go to school to get a good job, right?
Yeah.
It's tough, but I mean, like you said, being so it sounds like, and it's the same for me, that I can really schedule my day around the business. So it's not that the business necessarily has to come first. I'm not tied to a desk, for 8 hours a day. If I have 15 minutes in the morning to put into the business, or, an hour once the kids go to bed, it's all good. It's still running for me. So that's what I really like about it. So just one last thing I wanted to get your opinion on before I let you go and you got 5 little ones.
Yeah.
Just for somebody who's maybe watching now or watching on the replay, and I'm sure that you get a lot of people contacting you, skeptical about this business because it is online. What would be a piece of advice for those people that would want to start this business, but they're scared or skeptical too?
Well, if you're scared and skeptical, then you have not watched the workshop.
Right?
That's the truth.
Yeah.
And if you watch the workshop and you're still skeptical, then you're not going with your intuition. So my advice to everybody is watch the pre-workshop and go with your intuition. Go with what you feel in your heart. If you're spiritual, pray before you even watch it. Ask God to show you if it's meant for you. If you're not so spiritual, try to go what you feel that's best in your heart. Okay, the mind wants to take over. The mind wants to tell you, be scared, be fearful, don't jump out of your comfort zone, don't do this, you're going to lose, you're going to fail. It's all of the people of the world that's telling you this. Stay safe, stay to your 9 to 5, don't move, don't excel. And is that making us happy? If somebody's watching this right now, you're obviously wondering, what are we doing? How are we succeeding in the online world? In the beginning, you're not going to be able to leave your 9 to 5. Obviously, with all businesses, you have to work on your businesses, and you have to start earning a revenue. But it could take about a couple of months. Some people it takes months. Some people it takes a couple of months. And for it to earn a good income to the point where you can leave that 9 to 5, sometimes it takes 6 months to a year. Sometimes it even takes 2 years. It depends on how much time you want to put into this business. Some people come into the business and they just want a side hustle. And lo and behold, they're shocked. They're like, oh, this is, oh my goodness. And they leave their 9 to 5. They leave 2 or 3 9 to 5s and they're just like, oh my goodness. And they're traveling.
Right? Yeah.
Sorry, what'd you say?
They like, and it happens so much. Like we see, like they never would have imagined that they would be making, so much that like beyond what they were making for their 9 to 5. Like they end up so surprised and so shocked that this business is actually bringing in more than what they were earning, at their regular job. Yeah, we see it so much and it's amazing. Yeah.
The commissions are incredible. You get tax slips. If you're skeptical, remember, you get tax slips. This business is registered to you. Yep. And wherever you're from, if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do this if I'm in Canada and I don't have my permanent residence, I'm still from the Philippines. Well, you get registered in the Philippines or wherever our office is closest to.
Yes, registered. We have global offices. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, and you can run your business from anywhere in the world. As long as you have Wi-Fi, you can run it from your phone. The training, go through the training is easy. It's very straightforward training. I'll just add that. You probably best to have a laptop or iPad for your training because you want to click here and click there. So I usually watch it on my TV, and then because I could screen mirror it from my phone to my TV, and then I will just follow along with what they tell me to. Click here, click there. Very short video modules, like 3 minutes. Some are 12 minutes. I don't think we've had a longer one directing us more than like 15 minutes. Usually, if it's longer, it's just a story, telling about the business or something.
Yeah,
it's just something for you to have knowledge on, but to direct you. There's short video modules, and that's right. And our community is amazing. If you was to start and you see the business and you watch the workshop and you want to go forward and you want to start this business, you are added into our online business community. We are going to welcome you into our business community, and it's on Facebook. It's a private Facebook group, and there's thousands of people there right now globally, all over them, and you start to see the successes and you see everything that is going on in this business. Once you join that community, you will not be skeptical anymore. You'll be like, how soon can I start? Yeah. How soon can I get this business up and running? Please, I want what they got, and I want that mindset, and I love this free spirited. I love the love here. I love the integrity and the transparency. Everything is so transparent. So this is not your typical, get a Lamborghini tomorrow, or make $10 on a mascara, or we're going to get you rich in one day. No, this is not like that. But in, say, in a year, you could be doing a lot more better than you're going to do in that 9 to 5. And it's worth it, because why wait to retire? Why wait 40 years to retire when you can retire in this business in a couple of years? Like if you work your way to the top, you keep working on your business on a daily basis. So that's all. I can go on and on. I think that's why God brought me on here.
There's just so much good to say about it. But yeah, at the end of the day, sign up for that workshop. There's really nothing to lose, right? That's what was so amazing to me at first, was watching that workshop, listening to real people like you and I talk about the business and talk about their experience. And you have that sense, like I can spot a lie from a mile away. I know, I can tell, I have that intuition. I can see if somebody's lying or they're telling the truth. And they have at least, I don't know, what would you say, maybe 5 or 6 panelists every workshop?
Yeah, I think about, yeah.
Yeah, so they have about 5 or 6 people that, have completely different experiences every time, every Tuesday, every Thursday. And you can just tell that these are real people talking about their real stories and their real experience with this business. And you'll see that, everybody's experience is different too. You have different people, you have different results, just because you can go at your own pace. And, you do get out of this business what you put into it. So, and that's the beauty of it, is that you can really just be you, because you're your own boss, right? So, yeah. So, like I said, watch the workshop, listen to the stories, and then, you can always contact us too, right? With any questions that you have after the workshop. If you, for whatever reason, decide it's not for you, it's all good. We're not going to push you to do anything, but it's definitely worth checking out. That's what I think, right? Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you so very much for taking the time to do this interview with me today. Like I said, I've been following your story and I'm so inspired by you. So thank you so much.
Love you. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I'm very inspired by you too. I know that, in this online business, this empowers us, really. It empowers us ladies that feel maybe we couldn't make it, maybe we couldn't make that change. And, sometimes we have skeptical spouses too, and to show them and to prove them, and like, we did it, and we're succeeding above and beyond. So, and everybody does this, guys do this too, in all walks of life. Doesn't matter where you come from, what your age is. People from 19 all the way to 75 in this amazing community. So that's how easy it is. Yeah. You can get somebody who's not tech savvy, and somebody, a little one, who only knows about Instagram, Facebook. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I personally love it when I see like somebody in their senior years starting this business and being welcomed. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome, right? Because you never stop learning, you never stop growing, and like you said, it's so easy, so they can, right? And they succeed, and it's awesome. Yeah.
Some of the most successful business owners are the ones who are in their 60s and 70s, and I'm shocked. And then I think to myself, it's because they just know how to play it cool, and they know how to just keep going on your business and put your time in, put your effort. They're old school. So in this life nowadays, everything's so fast paced. I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. Well, wait a couple months and you'll succeed in this business, but just keep going.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. I like what my friend was saying a few days ago in this business, Julie B. She was like, just let the ball keep rolling, keep going, keep putting efforts every day into the business, and you'll succeed. And that's in everything in life. Just keep working towards your goal. Rome wasn't built in a day. Just keep working at it.
Awesome. And I think that's a perfect way to end the interview. Thank you again so much for your time. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Take care.
Yeah.